Namaste. Continuing with the classification of the disease, today I will give you some examples of indispositions. As we have already seen, Hanemann has classified diseases into three types. Number one is indisposition. Number two is surgical, and number three is the dynamic disease. So I will give you many examples of indisposition. Indisposition, simply it is a condition where medicine is not required. Every homeopathic doctor, when he is presenting the case or whenever he is curing anything, he should ask himself, was it really necessary that my medicine cured the patient or the patient recovered on his own? Maximum of the time, 80 to 90% of the time, the cases which are dealt with homeopathic doctors, most of the times, the person recovers on his own and the credit goes to homeopathy. It is because of these cases and it is because of conditions like indisposition, everybody thinks that he has become a great doctor, when in fact he had done nothing. So, indisposition means what? See, I told you in the earlier lecture, the body has capacity to heal itself. The body has capacity to repair itself. Okay. In modern terminology, you can call it as what? Immunity. Or earlier times, Hanemann has put it what? In this way, indispositions. So every homeopathic physician or doctors, when they are discussing cases or things, they should classify. You should go systematic, then you will know what is the depth of homeopathy. As I always tell you, cases which you present, generally homeopathic doctors, the cases which they present, they don't have a particular diagnosis. Most of the times, there is no diagnosis only. You should at least know what you are dealing with. So I'll give you many examples of indispositions where medicine is not required. If you work homeopathy in this way, then homeopathy will become scientific. When talking, it will come along with what? Main line of treatment. Homeopathy will not become scientific just by showing what? Before and after. Most of the times, you don't know. If you want to present a case, you should be able to show the symptoms in the patient. What did the patient tell you? And you have, whatever remedy you have prescribed, those symptoms you should show me in the remedy which you have prescribed. Then and only then what will happen? Your words will have any weightage. There are incidences in this world where people have taken poison to kill themselves of some incurable disease and they got well. What is this? This is a fluke. You can say it is luck. So most of the times, the cases presented, by homeopathic doctors, they cannot show the symptoms. If you cannot show the symptoms in the patient, then that means you don't know. You are just guessing. whatever remedy you have prescribing in any case, acute or chronic, you have to show the symptoms from the materia medica and how it was told by the patient. People prescribing acute diseases, and if you ask them the reason why you have prescribed, they cannot answer you. They cannot explain which symptoms they have taken and on which symptom they have what? Prescribed. So scientifically means you should be able to explain everything. Now it's like, a not working watch also gives the right time 2 times a day. So homeopathy should not be like that. You have cured a patient and you cannot explain how the patient got cured. I will give you an example. Whatever things you are presenting, whatever you are curing, show that thing in the patient and show the same thing in what? In the materia medica. Then and then only, your things will have some weightage. If you are just telling that this patient is cured, I took this rubric, you are taking it, you can take anything. And who knows, the patient got well. If you cannot show the things in the patient as well as in the materia medica, who knows, the patient got well on his own. Okay, so indisposition. I am going to show you examples which you cannot believe I have cured without any medicine. Take this example. She is my niece. She was stung by wasp 3 or 4 places on the face. You can see how much swelling she is having on the face. When she was stung, she cried for an hour or so. Okay, and then the pain and everything subsided. Without giving any medicine, she was healed in 3 or 4 days completely. Nothing was required. This is the meaning, the capacity of the body to heal itself. Now, what happens? I was reading on the social media a lady who is teaching materia medica. She was presenting a case like this. A child was stung by some insect and there was nothing at all. You cannot see the redness also. And she is claiming what? That she cured the child with 1 shot. If you don't give any shot, then also she will get cured. It is the body's capacity to heal. It is the body's capacity to organize. The body helps you up till the last moment. Your body is such a mechanism that if you are dying, the body tries to protect you by all means. The body brings about changes in your organs. It acclimatizes to the situation which you are in. The body is so much intelligent. You cannot imagine how much smart the body is. You will come to know when I will present you more cases. So you will say that she is the family member, she is the niece, she is my niece. Take another example of my friend. He was stung by bees, 30 to 40 bees. They were trying to recuperate, they are my friends. They were trying to recuperate the bees and something wrong. They didn't have so much experience and he was stung by 30 to 40 bees. You can see, I am giving you the case. My friend sent me the message that he is having diarrhea, he is vomiting, he is having what? Vomiting. His skin was cold, he has turned grey. Now here what is happening? he was stung by 30 to 40 bees. This is what? This is a poisoning. All the toxins which was poured in his body, the body is trying to remove it out. That is the intelligence of the body. It was the time of Corona. He is very much robust, 65 years, but he is very much healthy and very much robust. Now what is happening? He has been stung. First of all, it is not a disease, one thing. Another thing, it is an accident, it is a poisoning case. But here also, what the body is doing? The body is, immediately the body gives you, he was shivering, he has turned cold. It is a type of what? Shock. But he is so much strong. If this person would have been weak, strong and weak is a comparative term. Suppose the poisonous substances which entered the person's body, suppose the person would have been weak, the body would have died protecting. In more severe cases, what will happen? The person will develop dyspnea, there will be laryngismus stridulus in cases of Apis poisoning. Now here what is happening? The body has developed diarrhea, the body has developed vomiting. Okay, he was shivering, he was cold, the skin was cold. That was the immediate response of the body. Medicine is not doing anything, though my friends feel what? That I have done a very great job. They call me master. But I know I haven't done anything in this case. They feel that, I have healed him so rapidly. He got cured in 10 days. But nothing was done by the homeopathic remedies. So body is very much smart. As he was stung by the bees, you can see what is the message. Now, on the third day, the second day, I got the message that, he is having burning skin and all those things. That is again, the body is trying to remove whatever remains. The first immediate response of the body was what? Vomiting and diarrhea. These are the routes through which the toxins are removed from the body. There can be sweating. If the person is having fever, then he will sweat, it is removed. There can be what? Profuse urination. There can be what? Loose motions. These are the ways through which the body clears itself. On the third day, he started developing what? Pustular vesicles. You can see yellow color, vesicles having yellow color. Third day. Again, the homeopathic remedies are nothing. Though I am prescribing remedy, because if I tell them to wait, nobody waits. The human mind, they want to do anything and everything. They might know or they might don't know. Take the example of Corona. Worldwide, nobody knows anything. Then also everybody is doing what? Something. The human mind, it is like that, they want to do something. They don't have the capability to wait and watch. This person, he is getting healed on its own. But suppose this person would have gone to the ER, emergency. What would have happened? In the hospital also the treatment done is wrong. If such a patient comes to you, this patient should be kept under observation and he should not be, nothing should be given. But he should be kept under observation. If he deteriorates most, then you have to take the auxiliary line of treatment like providing oxygen to the person or antidoting. Till the time the person is throwing up, what they will do? They will stop the vomiting. They will stop the diarrhea. The body is trying what? To clear the things. And immediately what? Modern science will stop these things. And then what happens? The patient also feels what? This is something abnormal. He is vomiting, he is having diarrhea and he is having these conditions. They feel it is what? Abnormal. But it is not the abnormality. It is the body's way to clear about the poisonous substances which has gone inside your body. So this is how suppression takes place. Now the body is trying to eject everything out in the form of diarrhea and vomiting, and if you stop the vomiting by antiemetic, you stop the diarrhea, then what will happen? The poisonous substances will remain in the body and it can have a very, very long effect in the person's body. Since that day the person might, not feel well only. So, see in this case, on the third and the fourth days, he got the vesicles having what? Honey color fluids. Now, whatever remaining, immediate response was diarrhea and vomiting. Whatever things were remaining in the body, it was given in the form of what? Vesicles on the skin. And then, he got impatient. I was going on prescribing. The position was so bad that they feel that I have done a very great job. I am a great homeopath. But scientifically, I know homeopathy doesn't have any role to play over here. I was giving him very superficial remedies, not the deep acting remedies, It is like having a psychological impact. There are two things. People feel offended also. If I tell them, I don't want to prescribe you, just wait and watch, they feel offended also. And another thing is what? Psychological impact. The psychological impact is so much, as I told you, the person wants to do, something for themselves. They might know. It is like what, you are driving your vehicle, okay, and suddenly something happens and it breaks down. Now you might not know anything about the engine. You don't have any knowledge. You don't have any idea how the things are functioned. Then also you will open the bonnet and see. So it is like that. You will hit it here and there. You will do anything, you know or you don't know. The same thing applies to what? The human body. Most of the times, if a person just waits and watch, the need of medicine will not arise only. So that is what? Indispositions. Homeopathic doctors, in my 25 years of practice, they have made homeopathy so much unscientific, so much pathetic, that people don't know the basic rules of homeopathy. Hundred of times I might have heard a student of my calling or a friend of me calling and saying that, my daughter or my child or I have been stung by a bee or a wasp or anything. And they say, I have taken epismel. What type of homeopathy is this? Nowhere in the repertory and nowhere in the Materia Medica has it been given that apis should be prescribed for what? Stings of insects. But then also every person, and if I ask them, why did you take apis? Some say Similus similibus curanter. Is this Similus similibus curanter? If you are stung by a bee and if you develop the symptoms of apis as it is given in the books, apismel is a remedy having the most prominent action on the urinary tract. Suppose this person who would have, who was stung by 30 to 40 bees, he had severe burning, in urination, strangury. The effect of poison can be anywhere. He is not having that. So, most of the times, apis is not the remedy only. What type of homeopathy have people learned and what type of homeopathy have they been taught? And who are the people teaching these nonsense things? Homeopathy works and only works if there is a matching of the sign and symptoms of the patient and and the materia medica. You have to show me. If you are prescribing epismel, as I was telling you earlier, homeopathic doctors, they should explain why you have given the remedy. You just don't have to say, I have given apis in a case of insect bite. You have to show me what are the symptoms that the patient has got of apis and why you have prescribed apis. Every case should have an explanation, and you should be able to show the symptoms in the materia medica. Then only, then only you will be scientific, or your case is what? Fake. Or you don't know anything, you have just guessed the remedy and given to the patient. Or if the patient is getting cured, it might be indisposition, or you might have got lucky. To be scientific, you should be able to explain the matching of the symptoms. I can give you 3 or 4 symptoms given by the patient in the materia medica. Is it so much difficult? If you are practicing homeopathy, I have been teaching homeopathy, I have been telling the students, you should show me the symptoms. I don't understand. They can prescribe, but they cannot show me the symptoms in the patient. It simply means what? You are guessing. This is one of the most stupid thing I have heard. That in cases like this, in stings of insect, people blindly prescribing apis, and all of them get result also. It is not because of apis, as I showed you, it is of the body. The body has healed itself, the body has repaired itself on its own. Every moron gets result with apis in case of insects. It is the reaction of the body, it will heal in 2 or 3 days. You should, as a homeopathic doctor, you should study the chapter of repair in pathology. How does repair in the body happens? Different organs have different caliber to regenerate and take different time. For example, your skin takes, if there is a cut or there is some damage to your skin, mechanical damage to the skin, it will take 7 days to heal in a healthy person. Okay, if he is not having diabetes or something like that or any other thing. If he is healthy, it should heal in it is not absolute 7 days, 7 to 10 days. If there is a fracture in the bone, it can take 15 days to 1 month. You take medicine or you don't take medicine. So many cases of, 2 inch, 3 inch. Unfortunately, I lost those documents in the breakdown of my computer. Or I would have shown you cases. I had at least 5 cases where there was so much very deep and 3 inch, 4 inch cut on the body, on the head, accidental cases. And I haven't given them any medicine. And in 7 to 10 days, the person has healed on his own without scar. Without scar. If the same person would have given stitching, he would have a lifelong scar. The purpose of giving stitches is just to stop the bleeding. If the person is coming to you with a cut, say 2 or 3 inches, and it is wide open, but if the bleeding is stopped, you need not give stitches. I have seen people going on giving stitching. The purpose is only to stop the bleeding, nothing else. And rest, everything microscopically will be done by the body. There will be formation of fibrin layer. It will not allow any bacteria or virus to enter in your body. You can cover with a plain bandage just to avoid, flies and insect to sit on it. But if you don't do anything, if you keep it open, it will heal in 7 or 10 days. So these are the 2 examples. I am going to give you at least 20 examples of indisposition. And if you listen to my lecture, next time whatever disease you are treating, ask yourself, has the patient recovered on his own or homeopathy has done something? Namaste. Thank you.